The first, most effective and easiest way to get answers or changes from your subconscious mind is what I call the directive. The directive is literally giving your subconscious mind direction for what you want. It goes along with the language lesson that we use and the emotions lesson that we will use, and also will tie into the next one with suggestive therapy. It's not an affirmation or a declaration, although it can be, but it's a direction to what you want. There are some steps in this, but when you want to do it is when you're in a hypnotic state, and the easiest way is right before bed. You've got those twilight hours right before bed and right after you wake up. If you get into a pattern where you wake up naturally and it's not with an alarm clock so abruptly. For these purposes, I want you to start practicing it as you go to sleep. If you're not feeling relaxed, go through some relaxation exercises. Calm the breath, bring the breath down to the belly, natural, calm, slow breathing, and allow your body to release tension from the day. This is always a great practice anyway, especially if you have a tendency to have difficulty getting to sleep or staying asleep, or if you wake up with aches and pains. Go through the relaxation techniques before bed. But for this purpose, I'm going to assume you're in a relaxed state. Now comes the direction. Remember, words matter. So we're going to take the language and the emotion together, bring that through, because you're in a hypnotic state, you're bringing it through that barrier into the subconscious mind and giving it direction of what you want. Number one, you want to be positive because we want a better reality, right? So this is not the time you want to be ruminating on, oh my gosh, I can't believe I screwed up so bad today. I can't believe her stupid self. Whatever it is, however you beat yourself up, bedtime's not the time to do it. Or first thing in the morning, because that's when you're in that hypnotic state and you're going to believe what you're saying to yourself. So please say nice things. So number one is stay positive in the direction you're giving. Number two, be direct, be clear. Remember the book that I posted about Amelia Bedelia. Our subconscious mind takes things literally. So we want to be very clear. You're not being graded on an English essay here. You just want the message to get in there and see the results. So be positive, be direct. And number three, bring in the emotion. So what is it that you want and why do you want it? Let's say I've lost my keys. And I've looked all over the house for my keys, and I need to get to work in the morning, so I need my keys. Okay, I'm going to lay down, I'm going to give my subconscious mind, because I know where the keys are. And it's maybe for another day, but even if you don't know where the keys are, even if your 3-year-old took the keys and put them somewhere, your subconscious still knows where they are, okay? Because your subconscious can link to other people. We're connected. And if you don't believe that, you don't have to believe it. But I believe it and I've seen it work. So trust that your subconscious most likely knows where they are. So now it's a matter of getting it into your subconscious mind to tell your conscious mind. Okay, so you're going to be positive. You expect that you're going to find your keys. You're going to be, number two, direct. Find my keys. I need to find my keys. And then the emotion. Why do I want my keys? Because I want to get to work. What emotion will you feel when you find your keys? So just imagine for a moment, you get up in the morning, you have the thought, oh, of course, and you go look there and you find them. What will you feel? Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. I really didn't want to spend an hour of my day looking for keys, and I wanted to be on time. So maybe it's relief that you're feeling. If that's the feeling that you want to have when you find your keys, go ahead and put that on now. Create it in your body. So you're showing your subconscious mind, thank you. Gratitude is the best emotion that you can show your subconscious mind. Remember, that's the highest energy level you can have is gratitude. So being grateful, thank you. Thank you for finding it. If it's easier for you to attach what you want as a prayer to a higher power, that's totally fine. You can put it in the form of a prayer, but you're asking specifically to open your subconscious mind. So, feeling the gratitude, thank you for finding my keys. So, in the present, as if it's already happened, I have the keys. I feel grateful. I feel relief. Thank you for finding the keys. Okay, so that's positive, direct, invoke the emotion, and then expectation. Here's where you step into the confidence. You know that your subconscious knows where it is. You know that you can listen. You've been practicing the awareness. You've been practicing the acceptance and adjustment, and you can see the results. And even if you haven't yet, you can rely on the fact that it works for thousands and thousands, probably millions of people, this directive method. So you expect that it's going to happen. For me, I always get a little bit giddy and like smiley. I was like, this is so cool. I love the magic. So whatever works for you, feel that expectation that's going to happen. So you're grateful. You know it's going to happen. And then the last step is that awareness. It happens differently at different times and for different people, but you will get an answer. So you trust that you will get an answer. It's going to just be like you're just going throughout your day. It's not like, oh, here are my keys. You might just be going to work, and instead of grabbing your keys off the table or the basket where they normally are off the hook, you grab your keys from under the couch. Or somebody else brings them to you and says, look, I found your keys. Often it's in a form of a dream. Or maybe you wake up in the morning and you didn't dream anything at all, but as you're in the shower, as you're getting ready, a thought pops in your head. Look in the basket behind the couch. I'm like, I already looked in the basket. Okay, don't second guess it. If you have the thought, you act on it. Even if they're not in the basket behind the couch, you're going to act on it and you're still going to be grateful because you're listening. So it's a practicing thing, right? You're showing your subconscious mind that you will follow through. This is important for so many reasons. Number one, you want whatever you want, the directive that you're doing. But number two, as you go through the different stages of self-hypnosis, when you move into the suggestive therapy models or the Gestalt methods, the age regression, some of the more intense self-hypnosis that I'm going to teach you, your subconscious mind knows that it's going to be heard. So acting on the small inferences or voices or direction that it gives to you is important to show that it can give you more. So it opens the door for more inspiration. That's it. It's as simple as that. You pay attention to your dreams and journal them, Marco Polo it to somebody. I have a few people that I share dreams with regularly because right in the morning, if I don't capture it, I tend to forget it through the day. Journaling them in some way can be helpful because then you can rewatch it, reread it, or re-listen to it and get more out of it. Sometimes dreams just seem so bizarre, way off the beaten path of what you're actually looking for, but there are clues. Your subconscious mind speaks in allegories and hidden messages. So the more you pay attention to them, the more you'll understand these hidden messages. The one thing to understand about dreams, though, is that it's always something from your subconscious mind. It's either just getting rid of day residue, something the last couple of days, or it's showing you something that it's time for you to look at. A lot of people get really concerned and upset over nightmares. But if you can look at them without the emotion, remember it's a situation, the circumstance, it's just data until we decide to put a thought or emotion linked to it. that's when it becomes scary. Have you ever watched a scary movie that you thought was scary when you were little, and if you watch it without the sound, it's just comic almost? That's kind of like our dreams, our nightmares. It's just showing you something that is wrapped around a lot of emotion. So if you need some more help on dreams, reach out to me. We can have an appointment just on dreams. But watch for it. Test it. I want to hear you say, okay, I'll do it. The directive. Again, be positive, be direct. Show gratitude or other emotion, an expectation that it will happen. And then awareness. Just watchful. Just be watchful of your thoughts and what comes up. Have so much fun with it. You guys, this is really fun. Please let me know in the comments when you do it. If you've done it before, what experiences have you had? Because if you share your experience, that will help other people gain their confidence that they can do it too. And when something happens to you, let us know so that we can celebrate with you, and also we can say, oh, well, you did it, so I could do it too.